Слава Україні!
Hello comrades, and welcome to Men of War Assault Squad 2 Editor Tutorials. This is going to be a new set of videos that I'm going to be doing. It was requested, how does one load maps and place soldiers? And I figured I'd do that because my current one, how to fix the Star Wars mod, seems really popular, and I realized that people do need a lot of help with the tutorials and how to use the editor. And there's a good number of maps and whatnot, or not maps, YouTubers that you can go to for help, but I figured I'll just do another one in case there's something else that the other guys are leaving out. So anyway, moving on, today's going to be just the basic selecting a map and placing soldiers and getting a battle going. So just very basic stuff. Again, there's a bunch of other YouTubers who might do better or might be able to explain something better than I can, so there's always a whole host of options. And if you do like this, do let me know if you want to see more tutorials, more scripting and whatnot. So anyway, we have the three different modes. We have the F2 mode, which is for the map, textures, heights, terrain, camera angles, borders. And this is the one that people use to make the map. And you can place units down in this mode, but it won't save as a mission. It'll save as a part of the map. So when you load that, you know, the vehicles and stuff will also be there. So that's why you want to switch to the mission mode, which you'll hit F3 for. You want to hit F3. F6 is for the skybox, so you'll have your selection of skyboxes there. Because before that, you know, when you load it, it'll just be a black skybox of nothingness. So there's also this silhouettes thing, which a lot of people leave on, but I don't like the silhouette, so I turned that off. So if you're wondering, how do I get this off? Well, bottom left corner. So, and then we have the F1 mode here that, you know, it'll be the main controlling the soldiers and whatnot. Alright, so we'll go back to the F3 mode, and if you look up in this left corner, you'll see this gray box here. Now what that box is currently what team that is. So that's just like Team 0, gray team. Then you'll hit, like, you'll look to your numpad, you'll hit 1, you'll have the little red, it'll change colors, and there's like 13 different options. So you're probably going to say, well, I don't have a numpad, so how does that work for me? So what you'll do is you'll select your unit, you will left click on the unit tab, you'll select a soldier, you'll left click again, and again to select that soldier. Now you have this panel here that has a whole host of options, and there's a bunch of different features and whatnot that you can do, such as the skin. You can change there if you want, which we don't need to do, but again, I just show you that real quick. Texture mods, so some units, there'll be a special custom second texture that won't be part of the default loaded one, so you'll select that and it'll have like a drop down of different options, which I'll show for the vehicles later on. But yeah, so this is the basic plain soldier, and we're going to scroll up. So on this right panel again, you have the different move mode, different fire modes. So when you're playing in the F1 mode, and you select your soldier, he only has 2 modes of movement, holding position and move at will. However though, in the editor, you can choose zone, which means this guy will, if he spots an enemy, or if an enemy comes within a certain radius, he will go, and if that enemy's on hold fire and he's on return fire, he'll simply inspect it, and then he'll walk back to his original position. So just an example here. Say there's like an enemy somewhere behind that pillar. He'll walk over, he'll stop, he might walk over here, he'll stop, and then he'll decide to go back to his original position. So that's what the zone mode is, in case you don't want them to, you know, just stand still and shoot in one position, but you also don't want them running all over the map. So that's a good way to do that. So again, right now he's Team 0. And so what you do is you'll select him, and at the very top here it'll say player, and it'll show the color that he is, so player 0. So if you don't have a numpad, you'll just select this, you'll go, so player 1, and then you'll notice the ring around him changed color. That's to signify that he is now the red team, player 1, player 2, and they're all going, it doesn't matter what colors you choose. If they're the same color, then obviously they're not going to shoot each other, but if it's, you know, a red and a green and a yellow, they're all going to fight each other. So there's a special tab for that. Like F9. And you'll go to, oh, I can't actually remember. Huh. Was it F9? Texts, breeds. Oh, diplomacy. Here we go. Yeah. So F9. So we'll hit diplomacy. So what you'll do is, so if you want, let's say, player 1 and player 2 to be allies, then you'll select that, and they will now no longer target each other. But you want them to be neutral, so they can still injure each other, but they're not going to target each other as well. So if you want like civilians running around and you want them to get realistically hit in the crossfire, that's what you'll do. So I'll hit OK there. And again, that's not an essential for the battle. That's just something if you really want to get in-depth with your mission. So here we go, we got this clone soldier. And we'll put down some standard troopers. So we'll go to clone troopers, standard. We'll just put down a few more. And I choose the phase 1 because the phase 1 is honestly my favorite. The phase 2 looks really good as well, but I just feel like these guys get little attention. I know there's the whole Clone Wars series, but that's not the proper phase 1 armor. It looks nice too, but it doesn't look as awesome. Pretty cool. Anyway, so we're gonna change teams now. So as you notice, the little circle there disappeared, but when you hit F1, it might automatically switch to the last one that you defaulted as. So what you want to do, you'll hit 2, you'll hit 2 again, and you'll kind of just switch through, and then it'll automatically switch to only spawn that, and so you can command only that. So we got our clones here, and now we're going to place some droids. I'm going to put the CIS, we're going to go battle droids, go with the normal infantry. So there's just going to be some standard droids. I'm gonna turn them around. So when you select them, you can hit C like this and turn the whole, like rotate the whole group like that. But if you want them to only change their facing, the way, like they want them to hold position as they are, but you only want them to look a certain way, you hit Z. You hold down Z and you move your mouse around to get them to do that. So we got the droids here. And then this is kind of it. We're just gonna place the clones like that. And then at the bottom right here, you're going to hit start, and they'll automatically fight each other. Droid's not being too smart, getting killed real quick. So that there is the basics of a battle. So they were both on free move, but you could also order them to be behind cover and whatnot. So, you know, you just select them. And play it as if you're playing single player.
Copy that, General.
And just a note that the AI will more than likely, or I guess the editor mode, they will more than likely always have unlimited ammo. Some mods might change that. I know that well, I don't know exactly which mod it was, but I guess they limited the ammo, so you had to like manually place it in. But for the most part, the soldiers will have unlimited ammo. So let's say that you want some vehicles. Let's go here. So we're gonna change back to player 0. I'm gonna go to F3 mode. We're gonna hit vehicle. And again, you want to be in F3 mode when you place units and vehicles, because if you put them in F2 mode, you could select a unit, but you also might make the mistake of selecting the map and moving blocks around or buildings and stuff. So if you want to avoid that, make sure you can only select units, F3 mode. Moving on, we're going to move to vehicles. So we'll go, there's a whole bunch of options here. Republic, we'll go light, no. Recon, no. We'll go to medium, the ATXT, that's interesting. Clone hover tank, I haven't seen this before. TX series, yeah, this is a classic clone vehicle here. So as you'll see here, this text mods, this has different textures. So it's only just one other texture, and that's Imperial, so it turns gray, and it has little Imperial insignia. So here we go.
General.
Select the soldiers, and as you'll see here, there's this little drop-down box. You'll just right-click on that, and the soldiers will automatically mount it. We'll put the vehicle in hold move.
Prepare to engage the enemy.
Oh, guess I can off-hit. Oh, well. We're going to put that there. We're going to switch back to the other team mode. Oh, and we didn't leave finished, so If you don't end the mission thing, then your units will, whatever units you spawn in, they're gonna immediately target each other. So I'll show you. Civilian. Oh, yeah, there we go. Sometimes the AI takes a while to recognize a unit. So let's see, I think it was player 1 and player 2, right? Let's see if my diplomacy option worked. Player 1. Or just kill them. That works too. So yeah, this is to show you the tutorial
This battle
option.
isn't over until we've scrapped the last clanker.
So, as you noticed, I'm just gonna have him hop into there. Not a clone soldier, but still. So we'll go to the 2, player 2, and now we'll place him. And I think it should work. Where the AI, see, they're not gonna target him. Because they're not enemies. So I'll demonstrate it even better by showing you. So
can't negotiate with droids.
Him being on free mode means that he should immediately target this person and shoot at him.
Sir.
But because they're not enemies, but they're not allies, they're not going to really recognize each other. But say there's a gunfight going on, and he gets in the crossfire and gets hit, he'll die. And it'll either be by him or the other guys. So that is how the neutral tab works. And again, that's more of like, I guess, if you want to be a little scenic and have civilians running around, get caught in crossfire for whatever mod or game. Yeah, not essential, so that's kind of it for setting up battles. And if you want me to continue at this like kind of tutorials and whatnot, if you found this helpful, then great, because it's always fun to help. And when I started playing this game like several years ago, there was few to no tutorials, so I kind of had to figure out things on my own. Now you got a lot more, like Halibut. He's another YouTuber who does great tutorials, and I watch a good number of his because he knows way more than I do. So again, check out that if you want like really advanced tutorials. I hope you liked that. I hoped this helped answer your questions on how to kind of do battles. If there's something I missed out or if something's not clear, then just comment and I'll do what I can to direct you. Yeah, again, hope you enjoyed. Have a good morning, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. Yep.